Hello, everybody. What is up? We are back with a short stream to finish up, not for broadcast. Oh, we left off in a pretty it's just music game here for a second. We left off in a pretty tense moment where after after the government advanced, nuked multiple places in the world. We helped disrupt, pretty much wage a rebellious attack and uprising against Advance. And we so yeah, we'll see where that goes in this last episode. So let's go ahead and continue. Day 212, nine, day 913, an important review. You arrive at work a little early, despite a stressful journey in. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened, though if the swarm of CCOs all over the building is anything to go by, this isn't just a Channel 1 matter. This is confirmed when you are informed that you need to speak to Bozeman directly, and are escorted to his office. You sit nervously outside, waiting for your boss. A few minutes later, the boss man arrives, disheveled and with a stern-looking CCO in tow. Ah, yes, Winston. Good. This is Specialist Ables. She will be observing this interview. Please come inside and take a seat. The ruddy-faced man bustles into the office and leaves the door open for you to follow. The few times you've been here before, it was immaculate, with everything in its proper place. Not so today. It must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. So, Alex, do you know why you're here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp, and his gaze is fixed on your face from across the desk. Ables is standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. No, I'm definitely not gonna admit to helping disrupt. No. Not really, no. I wasn't involved with anything that happened yesterday. What happened last night was nothing short of the accumulation of a heinous and outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt have been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind you to your left, where your CCO observer is standing. And it is, of course, our duty to root out this rot, wherever we find it, to prevent anything like last night from happening ever again. I have been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all staff members involved, and will be submitting a personal review of your performance, both during the incident in question and throughout your time here. This can only end well. He shoots you a quick smile. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. Arranging some papers, Bozeman clears his throat and begins. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather none of them take any longer than necessary. Please, be brief, concise, and clear in your answers. You nod. So let's start at the beginning of the broadcast and work our way through. After the attack at the memorial, you seem to have portrayed the terrorists in quite a sympathetic light. Why? I showed what was happening. The news. That's our job, right? Yes, of course. And with everything in flux, you want to know what would happen next. I'm certain you did the best you could, Alex. You always do. Bozeman scribbles some notes down, the noise of his pen scratching into the notepad punctuated only by the constant tick-tock of his ornate clock. Hopefully this will all be over soon. Reviewing the broadcast, we noticed something a little odd about a peculiar camera choice. It was there while everyone else was talking. Oh, where did I put it? Yes, here we are. Do you recognize this? With a flourish, Bozeman produces a leaflet from a notice board and places it on the desk in front of you. I assumed it was part of the set. Why else would it have been there and on camera? Well, that makes sense. You aren't responsible for maintaining the set. You can only assume what's there is meant to be, after all. get the feeling that at least some of the above was for the benefit of the CCO in the room. Thank you, Alex. And again, for Abel's benefit, you're so loyal. Not exactly subtle there. There was one thing we noted during the finality of the notice board. Bozeman picked up some notes on the other side of his desk. You seemed to play an odd choice of sound effects relatively early on. Now, the script was expecting laughs, but for all three, you chose to pay booze. Why did you do that? I felt they were I felt they were the most appropriate choices. Art is subjective, after all. Well, of course. Obviously, we want all of our shows here at Channel 1 to be as successful as possible, and we allow our staff a significant degree of autonomy. I'm sure no one would try to fault you for simply having a different sense of humor. You see, Bozeman is frowning as he writes this, clearly not convinced by his own words. Maybe he likes you more than you thought. How many other people would he be interviewing today? Towards the end of the show, there appeared to be some issues with the sensory equipment. At this point, Bozeman pauses for a moment, putting a lid on his pen and placing it carefully on the desk, perpendicular to the notebook. How do you explain the fact that you censored perfectly acceptable language during the final segment? I just do what the display tells me. I don't decide what's supposed to be censored. I suppose it's certainly possible the machine could have malfunctioned. Much more likely than the malfunctioning of such a competent employee. We'll make sure to have maintenance take a look at it right away. With the price we paid, I expect it to last at least another 20 years, just like the last one. Bozeman chuckled. How many questions will you have to answer? At this point, Bozeman took out a pair of glasses and placed them somewhat delicately on the end of his nose. Then the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes in detail. Now, obviously we expect the odd bit of interference here and there, unavoidable. However, he paused, turning the page at an agonizing pace. Interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda. Would you care to explain how quite so much of their messaging found its way onto our airwaves? With everything else going on, I just didn't realize it until it was too late. Out of the corner of your eye, you note Specialist Abels is visibly more attentive, awaiting your boss's response. Well, it's certainly true that accidents happen, and with the various stresses of last night's broadcast, I don't think anyone could begrudge you for a slight drop in attention. Bozeman smiles warmly at you as Abels returns to the passive stance. You offer a strained smile back. A loud creak breaks the growing silence as Bozeman leans back in his chair. The tape of poor Miss Brightman. Why did you play it? Help me understand. Why play that tape? You meet his gaze. As you meet his gaze, you're almost surprised to see an earnest concern in the old man's eyes. I was worried. No. Yeah, I was worried what Disrupt might do if I didn't play it. You watch as Bozeman slowly cleans his glasses before answering. Well, at the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I don't know if I'd have done the same in your shoes. But I think it's clear enough you thought it was the right thing to do, and that's all we can ask of you. He clears his throat and leans forward, again, a smile once again on his face. I believe that's all I had for you anyhow. Thank God it's over. I think that's all the information we need for now, thank you. Could we have the room, please? Celeste to the CCO, who grudgingly accepts, and you hear the door close behind her. Look, Alex, I don't know how involved you were last night, and frankly, I don't want to know. But honestly, it doesn't look good. I've done what I can because I like you, but I can't promise it will be enough. Let's just go home for now. There's no work for you until we get a new satellite tower up anyways. As you leave, you could see what you almost swear is sympathy in the old man's eyes. Back to normal? And almost a year later, date 12/17, a banquet for some. It's your anniversary. A week away could have been just what the doctor ordered for you and Sam. But after speaking to the travel agents, there's just no way you can afford it. Maybe next year. Still, just because you can't have a holiday doesn't mean you can't make tonight special. You have the day off today, so you could try to make a nice romantic meal for them this evening. Especially considering everything they do to you. It'll be nice to have a lovely evening together. You get to work turning the house into a perfect romantic setting for tonight. Everything is going according to plan. Sam's going to love it. Impatiently, you wait for them to arrive. You even had time to single-handedly clean the entire house, floor to ceiling. It took hours. But Sam will appreciate it, and that's all that matters. You hear keys on the lock and put the final touches in place. As Sam steps into the hallway, you're waiting in the doorway to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting as nonchalant as possible. Alex, what's all this? Oh my god, did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss as they step past you into the kitchen, where the banquet is weighed out, candles lit, with Charlie standing quietly, grinning. Oh my god, Alex. Happy anniversary, Sam. Happy anniversary, Charlie echoes as Sam turns to you smiling with tears in her eyes. Alex, it's perfect. Sam rushes over and kisses you softly, only breaking off when you get a less than subtle cough from Charlie. So I got officially accepted into the Community Cohesion Management Program, Charlie blurts out. What did you just say? Charlie picks out a rucksack next to him and heads towards the front door. Have a great evening. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll be around at friends tonight and be back tomorrow, so don't wait up. Sam meets your eyes and you both chuckle. You pull out Sam's chair for them. Why, thank you, Sam says, taking a seat and grinning at you. So Charlie's been busy. They shake their head as they take your own seat opposite them. Tomorrow. For now. You really didn't have to do all this, Alex. I know. I wanted to. I love you, Sam. I love you too. They breathe, admiring the panoply of food you've prepared for them. Now where on earth do I begin? They laugh after you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful family. Who could ask for more? Day 1764, a job down. Everything's ready. You and Sam have been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, but you missed it in the cinemas and never seemed to be in stock when one of you went to pick up the VHS. Now you're just waiting for them to get home so you can start. You hear the front door open as you hear a bowl of popcorn on the coffee table. We're all ready to go. Get your butt in here. Sam comes in with a vacant stare, ignoring both film and snacks as they sit down next to you. You actually have to nudge them to break the stupor. Sam? What is it? I've just been let go. From work. Sam is just staring into space. Apparently, there just isn't a need for 2 nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children, so they can't justify the expense. Honey, I'm so sorry. It'll be okay, you'll find another place. No, you don't get it. There just isn't that demand for younger year teachers anymore. Not just here, anywhere. I don't know what I'm going to do. What we're going to do. You pull Sam into a hug. I know things are tough, but we'll think of something. How, Alex? We're barely scraping by as it is, and now... Sam starts to sob. We're gonna have to sell the house. I can't see any other option. We've got too many debts to play. If that's what we have to do, fine. It's only the 2 of us living here now, anyways. I suppose you're right. Still, I hate the idea of losing this place. Think of everything that's happened here, Alex. They fall silent, thinking. Eventually you start the film, but neither of your hearts are in it, too busy thinking about the future. Still, a house isn't everything. It's the people who make it a home. Home is where the heart is, after all. Day 1975. The sterility. 3 years since the uprising.
Hello, Alex. I've checked the schedule for tonight. Nothing major to report. Certainly isn't anything you can't handle. Still, at least my daughter's in for advance new initiative. That should liven things up a bit here. Keep up the good work.
After the birth of their unexpectedly large family. At 9:15, it's What Music is Best? A rundown.
Am I fucking trapped in here with the fucking door? Wasn't there a door there last time?
Tunes and scenes of an inappropriate
What's that?
sexual nature, not one to miss. At 10 p.m., it's time for Julia's Diary, where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads extracts from her diary in front of a warm fire. Then, at 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series, Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians struggling.
And this
to
is Jenny.
help her
She's the
old
floor
habits
manager.
and
Hi,
adapt to the
Stacey.
new future. Strong language and
That's
human
Colin.
self-efficiency
He,
is not one for the kids.
Too much. Don't talk to Colin.
Not getting involved and bring your daughter to work, Colin?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
How did it all go so right?
Don't believe in days.
Had a girl.
10 seconds, everybody.
Monday's a myth.
That explains so much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Go fuck yourself.
All right then, here are the stories that matter to you. First up, with Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile. My record is this scarf. It's 124 metres long. Thank you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences, and I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot, or the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Greg from Proddington has sent us this lovely photo of their breakfast, saying, I couldn't bring myself to eat my toast this morning because I could swear it bore the spitting image of the great Julia Salisbury's relatable face. So I had to make do with a plate of butter and 2 spoonfuls of jam. Do keep those coming in. Come on, can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from, yeah, and then read it out, okay?
So this one says it's from John in Stokely. Before I was convicted, I'd never read a single book, but since I was released from Betterment, I haven't been able to stop. I'm even working at a library, and on our lunch breaks, Mr. Wordyworth spell checks my tattoos.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the S effect buttons for the next segment, but Advance have already selected when and what to use.
on the NNN. It's time to celebrate this week's Team Lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. Surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us. This is the new future. And I say to you, better now. I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Tadgbadger. So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Alfie? Is he all right? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Oh, could you turn it on?
He says it drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that, yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
So, Alfie.
What?
You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everybody?
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
I love this story. Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister.
Oh, you're
A woman.
Yeah, a woman. One of
Women
them.
can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Oh, can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Are you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that, so...
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Well, that's fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which was a popular name for a dog back then on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
She threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times, divorced 8. There was a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here, the weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven past, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne good boy.
Got you, Alice. 2 sugars, please. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Oh. Well,
There he goes, look.
I can't get the arms up any higher than that. You'll have to go down, love.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us, and now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actor said to the bishop.
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snifter, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Crikey, don't hold back, Beth. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne Snifter, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these wide fronts for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh, right you are, love.
Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia Jackson Randy-Gannett. Medals, Alfie.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson. He was from way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
Should we describe them themselves?
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Ace. There was them two. Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl, but she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankworth prison in an argument over an olive. And Terry, he exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death. It makes you think.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, but we
God damn it. I don't know what is up with this hearing aid. Or, not hearing aid, this earbud. It just refuses to charge sometimes. Now 1 second while I swap over to my headset again. Yeah. Maybe the charger itself is out of battery. Okay.
discovered there were actually people who had never even owned a pony.
I used to tap through.
So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, before we do, there's something I wanted to say to you.
Oh, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When Advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
You might as well have the rest of it, too.
Oh, security!
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Bennies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
Much better. And you are? Oh, no.
Got to go.
Oh.
It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife,
thinks pearls with swine. It isn't right. We used to have 3 horses, Fenton, DeFessel and Hunwell. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that would bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Tagsbadger. Pleased to meet you.
Stop them!
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh.
You better break their ruddy nose.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in my 20s and we go to the promenade at Shining on Sea and watch all the pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course. We'd visit the Penny Arcade and try to win a block of lard to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so exciting. Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited by the circuses. There were loads of them, you see, circuses, with their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music, the pipe organ, drifting over the nearby fields. My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus, oh, never mind. Yeah, just a tea, pet.
Well, that was an unexpected dose of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. So cohesive, such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got 'em, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighbourhoods. Since then, he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverlay.
Oh, Alfie Tagsbadger.
You should be in a transition centre, you old Prime Minister. It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense, Prime Minister. You have saved this country. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with an iron fist. As with my own tiny fists have I.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Absolutely. And if they don't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did on Liberation Night. Thank you for this award. And stay vigilant. Report the non-cohesives. Be a team player.
That concludes tonight's awards. Join me next week when, hopefully, things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretties were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Okay. Well, succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And we're out.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work for Junior, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. Of course. I'll speak to you later. Oh, Alex. Completely forgot what I was going to say. Blast it all. Still, I'm lucky
cosmic disaster.
Yeah.
That.
Like having him back in the show.
Do you reckon he's watching us somewhere? Laughing.
Jeremy? Are you watching us?
Are you receiving us?
Are you fucking with us?
Oh, right. So she can swear.
But happiness is everywhere. Satisfaction radiates from every metric. We are producing more and faster than ever before. We have more time to focus on our inner lives, for leisure, for art. We have less stress, and we are healthier
So,
than ever.
Patrick and Robin are just going to grab who they can, and then you've got these generic links on the auto cue to glue it all together.
They do know I have a Queen's View degree in journalism.
Don't you wish you'd studied something useful now, eh?
All this bring your daughter to work day. What a joke.
Where is our honoured guest?
I don't know, she's probably sniffing around that boy band. Hotspot.
Heat rash. Hotspot won it last year.
Heat rash. Oh, God, they're running out of names, aren't they?
I hear the computer comes up with them, the songs too.
Ah, there she is, and just in time too. That's 10 seconds, everybody.
What have you been up to?
What's it to you?
And we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here.
Wishing she wasn't.
Thanks, Stacey. And in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies. Yes, tonight is the world premiere of The Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late, great Helena Canterbury Boatshoe. And all the stars are out tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then, for mysterious reasons, the film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition and premiering tonight. With extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team, George says it's the movie he always wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
I can't deconstruct it.
Captain?
I can't deconstruct it. Robots!
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that?
No, Dick, I'll kill you. Think of Saturn.
There's something on your face, Chief Harrison! I wish you were real, baby. Flesh and blood.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros, baby. If only I'd noticed.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted, but I didn't notice.
Captain.
I'm buffering, Dick, you said.
Got one on you.
God damn it, lost it all!
Here's a map.
What's a map? Okay, so head north on Interstellar Avenue, left at the asteroid belt, and a tricky three-point turn at Uranus. What are these symbols? This corner, this is the key.
We could shut it down.
Yes, we could shut it down! But we have to ask ourselves, who are we?
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
The robots were alright, I guess.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show. Robin!
Right, you, shall we?
Yes, we are live from Western Square with a man who needs no introduction, Lawrence Blunderclatch. How has your evening been so far?
Magical. Absolutely magical. My most dear friends all gathered here to celebrate my work. One really couldn't ask for much more, could one?
Well, on that note, with award season just around the corner, are you hoping to add to your collection for a third time?
Well, I really couldn't say. But if the association deigned to honor me for a fourth time, so be it. It's really not for me to say. But let's just say that I know of 3 little gold men who are getting rather lonely.
Absolutely.
Because I've won 3 little awards.
And each more deserved than the last. Well, it's safe to say that your career has gone supersonic in the last couple of years. How's that been?
Well, as I was saying to Stephen only yesterday, that's Stephen Spellman. The Stephen Spellman. Lovely chap. I mean, unbelievable mind. I said, Stephen, you know, this really has been quite the ride. Did you know what he said? He agreed with me.
Wow. And what do you attribute your success to?
Well, if we're talking actual numbers, I'd have to say 60% talent, 30% looks, and 10% passion, brackets general. Not to mention the incredible coverage on election night. That really was the start of it all. That and my own range of sick bags. Lawrence's Chundercatch.
Wow, who could forget? Well, it's been a delight talking to you, as always. Thank you so much. Well, Patrick Bannon should be with Lil C for a conversation that doesn't involve vomit. Patrick?
Thank you, Robin. Let's hope not. I'm actually joined here by...
Billy Bob Jean Short. And surely you recognize my youngest, pop sensation, Lil D. Her Lil C covers album drops next week.
Actually, we weren't expecting Lil C. Is she...
She's around. She's not been feeling very well. She's put me in charge.
Has she?
Well, the courts have. They gave me stewardship over her estate, her finances, and her internal soul. Praise Craglar!
Praise Craglar? Wow. But is she coming just because we've got some questions for her?
Well, she might be along later, but as her legal and spiritual guardian, I'll be happy to answer all and any questions on her behalf.
And Lil D, was it? Well, you look great.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I feel great.
Well, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Little C, and you could be too.
Really?
Little C's new line launches tonight. This is one of my favourite looks. It's called...
Oh, what a unique name!
Hard to spell, though.
But of course, Lil C is basically fashion royalty now, with a veritable clothing empire to her name.
Yeah, well, the label's gone from strength to strength since our initial TV launch on this very show, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So really, we have all you to thank for all this. You know, this hat cost more than my second jet. Feel that?
Yes, it's a nice hat.
Person.
And Forbes magazine has named me the youngest self-made success story ever.
And do you have any advice for anyone wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Absolutely. All you need to succeed on your own is your family's financial backing and pre-existing fame. It's not rocket science, people.
Oh, well, but in sadder news, am I right that Lil C is going to be retiring from music?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm sure you can imagine. At 25, she's far too old for pop music now. She can't keep up with these young stars. So, her Best Of album is out now, and she's touring that later this year. And then, her farewell tour the year after that. And that's her last chance to see her. So, until the reunion tour, and then the classic tour after that. But it's been a long and varied career, as you can imagine. She's very, very proud of herself.
Oh, and if her health's bad, then maybe it's for the best.
What's wrong with her health? Oh, yes, her health. Her poor health. And it's surprisingly expensive treatments. Curse you, Zaytan! Damn your intergalactic justice!
Oh, yeah. Well, we'd better be letting you get back. Those babies aren't going to sell themselves, or possibly at all. Billy Bob, Lil C, D, thank you so much for joining me. And do pass our best wishes to Lil C.
Who? Oh!
Now, it looks like Robin is with a music legend who actually is irreplaceable. Is that who I think it is, Robin?
It absolutely is, Patrick. Jesus, how are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm good. I'm great. No thanks to you, silencing me, silencing the truth.
Are you referring to your attempt to incite violence against the democratically elected leaders of this country on live TV?
Yeah, exactly. And instead of being held a visionary, my management and agent, they all dropped me.
Oh, no.
But you can't break me when you didn't make me, you understand? See, I'm the voice. I'm the hope. You can lock me up, call the doctors, but only the moon can judge me.
So, what have you been up to since your team cut ties with you?
You know, keep building, keep moving. I'm actually working on a track right now. Written, recorded, directed, all by myself.
Can we hear a bit of it?
What now?
I know I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure the people at home would love to as well.
Yeah, sure, of course. Give me the mic. Yo. The news tried to shut my mouth, but it won't be long until they go south. Cause my name's Big J and you can't stop me. See, no censorship can stop me. Yeah, see, that's all I've got at the moment.
Did you just rhyme me with me?
No! Daddy promised this wouldn't happen again. You're supposed to clap and say, well done, Julian, well done.
Well done, Julian.
Thank you. Now, ask me a polite question and I'll walk away nicely.
Is it true that you're heir to a hotel chain?
What? Where did you hear that?
And that you're very much alive parents
La, la,
are
la,
currently
la,
on the
la,
run
la,
for
la,
massive
la, la, la,
financial
la, la,
hoarding.
la.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to censor me? Oh, Jesus there, who really does seem to be going from strength to something. There are just so many stars here tonight, Megan. It really is the who's who of whatever here. I'm going to see if I can grab a moment with someone rather special. I hope you're not too jealous, Megan. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. But I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them? Maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lil C was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
You're right.
You agree with me?
No, you're right, I don't like your opinions. But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Patrick!
It's absolutely buzzing here, Megan. The anticipation is killing us. But a little birdie's told us that any moment now, we should get a glimpse of someone incredibly popular with our viewers. A favourite destination for many of the fans. Yes, the Mayor of Bumley will be arriving literally any second now. No sign of him yet, but as you can tell, the atmosphere here really is something else. Patrick Bannon, NNN, what's it been like since Bumley got so popular?
Well, it's been wonderful. The tourism numbers have exploded thanks to the marketing campaign. Investors have ploughed millions into the town. We've got more Bumleyan jobs. It's brought more Bumleyan homes. We're all very grateful. Of course, it's not all bums and roses. It's almost impossible to get a good look at the whole these days. The crowds are unbelievable. Who can blame them? It's a bloody marvellous hole.
And how have you found public service?
Well, to be frank with you, it's been the greatest honour of my life to serve the town that I love so dearly. From the banks of the graceful Taint to the quiet elegance of the vomit-soaked car park outside the 24-hour petrol station. It's been a privilege, a pleasure, a gift, and I can't thank the mayor enough for all he's done.
Let's talk to the mayor now. Excuse me, sir, can you tell us a bit of what it's like to be elected to such a prestigious office? And do you have any words for your legions of fans out there? Stoic, but blistering honesty from the Right Honourable Peanut T. Fortescue there. And his PA.
A proclamation! Quickly, fetch a policy bag. Yes, sir. We'll get it ratified at once.
Well, there you have it, Megan. What an honour to literally see local government at work there. I'm still in shock. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Patrick. What a colourful interview there on what looks like an amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance, I hope. And the automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris Hawley in Hours magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, "and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through," the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you seen?
Well, I thought I saw some leprechauns in the green room, but I think it might have been someone's kids. But I know, they just keep coming. And here are some more famous faces, or famous brains, I suppose. It's Dr. David Wong, and Dr. Ingrid is also here. We have been following your plight so closely on our show over the last few years. What's it like to be back on dry land?
It's so wonderful. I'm still not used to it. Every time I see the sun, I want to just scream out in joy. I'm grateful every day to your viewers for their support. Without them, well, we wouldn't be here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
And am I right in thinking that you two have a lovely little boy together?
Dante's 3 now, and he's gorgeous.
Oh, what a beautiful family.
Not since she left me.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to,
It's fine.
Oh, it's fine, is it?
Well, what happened?
Well, you know, the normal story. Sometimes things aren't as easy as they were when all you had was a key.
No sooner was she able to see me in daylight than she was zooming off with a moron.
Oh, she's not a moron. She's a doctor.
A dermatologist is not a doctor.
So sorry about this.
I'm sure she's got lovely skin, but forgive me if I don't ask her to do a coronary artery bypass.
If you carry on eating those pies, you might have to.
Here we go again. Very good. We can't all afford as clean as hers, can we?
At least she doesn't have a PhD in biomechanics.
You take that back.
Well, thanks to you both for pushing the boundaries of human knowledge.
Arsehole.
Crikey! Well, the movie's about to start, so Patrick and I are about to share a box of overpriced popcorn. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks, Robin. Lucky you, and enjoy the movie. The Automated opens in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, eh, Stacey?
Who cares? No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course. We'll be back after these messages. I still go to the cinema.
You should get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Yeah, I've got a video recorder. It's just not the same, is it?
You're right, it's better. No unevens chatting and chewing all the way through.
What about a kiss and cuddle on the back row? Doesn't that happen anymore?
In public? What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me.
Feeling better?
That's where you come in.
All right, you are. Got to get set up for heat rash. I think Ronnie's on something.
I know he is. It was on his rider. Apparently it's medicinal.
Ronnie's always high. Give him orange juice.
God, she speaks.
He's a stupid cunt.
And just like that, you wish she wouldn't.
Your hearts. An original composition of cooperation and cohesiveness. A song of solidarity for a steadfast society.
We seem to be a bit bunched up at Send.
Oh, don't worry. It's so cool.
It's what now?
Is record or notate your...
Oh, here's Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello.
Hi. This is her... this is Stacey.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
Fuck off, Ronnie.
Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
Whatever.
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room? Hmm?
No.
No what?
No. Thank you.
Okay. And sit up straight. You're ruining my shot.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
No, cool.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's no?
Bring in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash. Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan,
I write the songs.
Ronnie.
That's what it says on my tattoo.
Oh, you've got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean.
God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm actually 23, the oldest one. I have a growth disorder.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so cool, Preeti.
I was only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
Okay, right, I see. You're going to be a handful, aren't you, boys?
Mum.
And you must be TP. What does TP stand for?
Tiny prick.
It stands for team player.
I see. How long have you had that nickname?
Ever since Nolan decided Terry Pronos was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
No co, Ronnie. Yeah, no co, Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
It's the opposite of SoCo.
Fuck's sake. SoCo.
Yeah.
So cohesive. You pretees say cool.
Right, okay, thank you, Stacey.
Sorry about her.
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So, you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, team players with a Z.
So, how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dale and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on team players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And, yeah, we went to their houses and they just put us into bands.
it's an example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we work in harmony.
And occasionally singing it.
So every week on the show, they get these bands and they give them a song that the producer just found from under the bin somewhere.
Actually, I write the song.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah?
Mum.
What?
No-co. Pretty. So no-co.
The band who get the most approval get to play their song again.
Sure. So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
What do I keep doing wrong?
We don't use the L word anymore.
You mean losers?
Would you please stop saying that?
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go Getters, I learned very early that we only win when everybody wins.
Sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board, no?
Thought you were SoCo.
Yeah, I am SoCo.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinkers.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
So I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's
is...
a preety, Mum? What's a preety?
Well, I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Pre-territories.
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you pretees.
Uneven.
Mimis. Nonks.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it.
I'm not that old.
I'm trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See? Total Mimi.
Is that so?
Yes, obviously.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co, pricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
SoCo, Stacey. SoCo.
We've all learned maybe a little bit more than we expected to there. I'm genuinely delighted to have met Heat Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I had with an actual girl.
Oh, Nolan, give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry. Christ.
Right you are.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music and a bit of jizzcore. Pop music is...
Ah, yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently, these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the menu center with a brand new pair of Lackers, baby. Do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my heart. We wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka and stank. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag. I gave you little pieces of my heart. I didn't know two hearts could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington Smith. I take all of the loves that didn't last and leave them in the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay. You make me crazier than Neil today. On Liberation Night, girl, I was sitting beside you. We sat there shaking all the way through incisors. We held each other as things fell apart. We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories. You took a dozen pieces of my heart. I didn't know that life could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington Smith. I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times you have cried. As my old mom used to say, blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Make me crazier than Neil today. And now I'm staring at your membership card. There's your picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to find the pieces of my heart and leave them in the uneven parts. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Crazier than Neil. Crazier than Neil today.
Wow. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Yukash. That was actually really good. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Now it's almost time for final thoughts tonight. And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now, I have no idea what she's going to say. So, fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. I guess you know that by now. Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehashed movies and fucking boy bands, so... Anyway. I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected, 6 years ago, I was 9, and in a home. Not a family home, like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings. The food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of... Some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Okay. Not all of them, but the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. We had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life, got better. Because finally, there was enough money to do the good things, and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends that I could talk with when the bombs went off and the power went out. Another miracle. I wasn't alone anymore. And that was the night I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who were doing better under the old system long to go back. You say, we were freer. But what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you, there is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that. So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent on miracles. Wow, thank you.
Stand by. Stand by.
Let's keep making tomorrow better.
And we're out.
Is that all right? Yes. Yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
So I guess you're going to be taking me back to the home now then?
I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options, if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing a few years ago now.
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke? I heard about that, everyone did. Were you here back then? Doesn't look old enough.
Growing on me.
Yeah, she does that.
Day 2079. A comeuppance come. Or an uppance come. You once again find yourself sitting inside Bozeman's office. Everything is pristine and orderly, just how the fastidious man likes it, though it's rare for him to be late. The door opens behind you, just as you start to imagine the reasons why. Ah, Alex, thank you for waiting. It's been almost 6 years since you started working with us, Alex. A lot has happened in that time. From the unfortunate incident with Mr. Donaldson to the disrupt attack on this very building. He pauses to look at you. You meet his gaze. And the work you've done in that time has been exceptional. Not to mention your dedication and enthusiasm around the office. So I'm delighted to inform you that you've been approved for a promotion. As of today, you will now be a senior broadcast engineer. Bozeman is beaming at you now. Thank you. Of course, in addition to the pay rise, the role comes with additional responsibilities, and you'll have to work longer hours going forward. But you'll now be the primary engineer for weeknights, and in time, we may even put you in charge of engineering more shows for Channel 1. You have a bright future ahead of you, Alex. Congratulations. He proffers a handshake, and you take it. Now, get back to work, he said with a smile. You're pretty sure he's joking, but it is Bozeman, after all. So you thank him again and head back to your studio. You might be able to start working on other shows. What could the future hold? This is also taking longer to finish than I thought it would. Look, another year later at him. Day 2303, a foregone conclusion. It's late. It's been snowing all day, but unlike everyone else, you've stayed inside much as possible, keeping warm. Normally you enjoy the snow, but today it's been nothing more than an irritant. Still, tomorrow you've got the day off and might actually be able to enjoy it. Sam always gets excited when they see the snow. When they were younger, they'd always wrap the kids up and take them out to play in it. But it's been a while since that happened, though. The new place still doesn't feel quite as cozy, especially as you can't afford to put the heating on. Sam bustles in from the cold, carrying some groceries. I could use a hand, please. A lot of stairs from here to the car. Their arms are full, and they're clearly struggling to get everything to the kitchen. But then you've been at work all day, and they've spent most of it at home, as usual. Sorry, of course, I'll be right there. As you rush over to help them with their bag, Sam shoots you a grateful smile. I got most of it. There's just a couple more left downstairs. You head out, getting most of the way to the lift before you remember it's out of order. When you grab the bags, you realize Sam has picked everything to make fajitas, your favorite. Clearly, it's not all bad. You forget the weather and the unpaid bills as you cook in your delightfully tiny kitchen, laughing together like you used to. For the first time since moving in, you think, as Sam flicks sour cream across the table at you, you're making happy memories again. Money isn't everything. Day 2340, a time for reflection. It's been over 13 years since your dad died. You visited his grave a few times since then, normally during times of stress, or when you're trying to figure something out, or when you just want some peace and quiet. Today is no different. You feel Sam's hand on your shoulder, giving you a reassuring squeeze. You're grateful that they're still here with you. Just having them by your side always seems to make things easier. The caw of a raven catches your attention as it flies away. Charlie was only 8 when his grandfather died. He didn't really appreciate how big the loss was at the time, but as he got older, you did your best to pass on what his dad taught you. But now he's all grown up. He's actually starting to teach you, which is strange, but in the nicest way. You're proud of the man he's now become. Susie. Poor Susie. What you wouldn't give to have her back, even just to argue with you. She just wanted to explore the world, so curious, so full of life. Until Liberation Night, everything changed then. So many lives destroyed. You've always had your ups and downs with Chris, but that doesn't mean they deserved. If you hadn't given them your passport, they'd be safe. And Sam was so happy about it at the time. The choices we make. The blessed blade plans. Taking your mother to the transition center was a difficult decision. Maybe the hardest of your life. You're still not sure if it was the right one, but she's definitely not suffering any longer. At least she and your dad are together now, whatever happens next. It'd be nice to have her with you, though. You turn away and wander in the direction of the car. You can't control life, what happens, who lives, and who dies. All you can do is keep going and see what gets thrown at you next. What is life if not a series of little decisions that define us? And we'll never know which ones would take us one way and which would bring us here. Day 602. 2602. The finale. 7 years since the election.
Alex, good evening. That time again. Best not to focus on the problems and all that. Let's just get started. But just so you know, the problems with your equipment continue unabated. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. I'm sure you'll manage without issue. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons now. Make sure to use them to keep the show lively. Cheers.
At 11 p.m., it's Lil C's Lil Chats. And tonight, the former singer is asking Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey what he's been up to since the cancellation of Incisors.
What have you got me?
Apparently, it's mainly jigsaws
Nothing,
and
Colin.
At midnight,
No, come on, seriously.
it's
Not even a cake.
full
I'm
territorial
sorry,
weather
no.
fertility in Bertha Port. And that's
Okay.
followed at 12:20
No worries.
by the Glenfinnan-Ogot Valley.
How old are you then, Cole?
Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year, but it's actually this year. Brilliant.
You're 44.
I'm going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome
Spice
to
it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan, and I'm joined, as always, by the inimitable Robin and Patrick. How are we?
Well, we have got so much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan.
On the excitement scale,
Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have celebrity chef Jordan Rankley, who will be cooking up a storm.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future.
and we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leaders' Day gifts. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
We are not just soldiers. We are doctors, scientists, and poets. We are all these types because we are you. We will look for the truth, and unlike this channel, we will show it to you. You will hear some frightening things about this government. They are chilling, and they are true. We have the evidence. Understand this. There is something wrong with the food.
Right, let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Cases by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely Nightly Show pets in Pet Corner.
Splendid, that's the ticket.
Well, Megan, first up we have our hamster, Lord Cheeks. Now, he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can... Well, the door has been left open. It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander. But I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewing vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, Babs. Well, those are our night nightly show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Are you taking the piss now?
We'll check in on them, or some very similar animals, at the same time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious apple pie. It's time to go into the kitchen.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's fun about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6 restaurants. You've been awarded 9 Ballon Massifs across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what are we making today, Chef?
So, we've got a family over for Leaders' Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness. It's got the acidity of the fruit, and then get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So we've got to start by making our filling. So we've got about 1 kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly. And then straight into the pan.
Your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1. So, tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Oh, don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once we've done that, we set this aside whilst we make the pastry. Yeah?
Bowl. Yeah? Okay. Sugar. Butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg. What are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, Chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
Shit, you bears.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that. Touch it. Yeah? Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling.
Okay.
Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
So, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it?
What?
Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. Bit of flour into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right?
Absolutely right. Oh, lovely. Then we're taking the remaining pastry, rolling that into a round, and that goes on the top. Beautiful.
Lovely, okay.
Right. Wash a bit of water around the rim. Beautiful. Now press gently all the way around. And we're cutting 5 slashes very carefully for the steam. And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Lovely. Okay. Egg. Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my God. You, come here, you. That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after a fucking shit-kicking contest, do you understand?
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You, come here, you. You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck off.
Okay, well, while I do that, to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition, Visions of the Future.
I think you might be using those sound effects a little too much there.
Fuck you, Bozeman.
That looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped addressed envelope and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In third place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this Still Life and the Future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Indeed. He's also chosen to just leave a lot of it blank, which I think is really interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up we have our second place entry. So in second, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41 from Dungleys. Yeah, Keith, we were sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed, he says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death, where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith. Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable Happy Land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates are actually making the new future a reality every day. And the winner is, drum roll please.
I didn't like him much. I thought his man of the people act was just that, an act. But in the 6 years since he's been gone, I started to wonder if he was the only thing keeping the brakes on the team. And I'm wondering if Julia Salisbury realises that when she reflects on his passing. Or worse, that she knew all along. Because then, of course, it's not reflection.
Bit of a dance, getting involved in the party. Aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire. In what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come. Lovely, Lola.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in. And yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Right. From what I can tell, the vision mix is getting even worse for wear, Alex. I expect things will be more challenging in this next segment, so be careful. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Not like what we're putting out actually matters anymore.
My flat's not far from here. I'm on the bus. Not tonight. I'll get cars arranged for you both. Find me when you're done and I'll take you out to the loading bay.
A daily record of 4% fertility. Dwarfed, however, by a massive 9% fertility rate here in Territory 2, who saw an unbelievable 191 births today. Though a nasty cold snap brings bitter winds overnight, so not all sunshine and rainbows. No rainbows in sight over Territories 3 and 4, as a Category 2 storm warning means we advise our residents to spend their leaders' weekend indoors. Though we're sure the happy parents of the 12 new children in Territory 3 will be thanking their lucky stars for an excuse to stay home. Though, of course, nothing
Jesus Christ. only 12 births a day in an entire country. That is.
Havoc with the sound.
It's bad out there. We're being stretched again.
I'll have to use a high-pass filter.
It's a revolution, Colin.
Well, can you ask them to keep it down a bit?
Jenny, where's Glenn? Can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this grandma one.
He's writing with our other guests at the moment.
I just wouldn't say grandma. Yes, grandmother's arsehole. It's much better.
Okay, everyone, if I could have your attention, please. Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security, and they're already on their way.
Okay, 10 seconds, so positions and pose.
Okay, this time you've said it. Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
You were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
Oh, I don't know. I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Oh, well, does look amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig in.
Okay. Whew.
And a little glass of comfort for Robert, I think.
But now you better go and get ready for that next feature. Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out.
One for the State of the Nation. And one for me.
Best-selling author, lawyer, and thinker. I mean, she's only the Bloomin' team leader. It's Julia Thornbury.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
Oh, welcome, Julia. Oh, so good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it. I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
Has the audience gone to sleep? Remember the SFX buttons.
That's right. It's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're going to spin the wheel to pick a round, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea.
Lovely.
what's in store.
So, up first, we have Jordan. Let's give it a spin.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
One fucking time.
One time. Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib? We heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my God!
Go on, why don't you tell us about it?
You absolute no. I can't.
Once, we fought and died for the right to an informed choice. We had journalists we could trust, so we made decisions for the common good. Then we took it for granted. And now we have bread and circuses. So eat your sandwiches and enjoy your clowns while you can.
I can't wait! No! Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show. We'll sort you out.
Are you blushing, Patrick? Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
I'm not blushing.
Blushing!
Come on then, you, Julia. Spin the bloody wheel.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. It's guess that face. I'm going to show you a picture and
time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan, who is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right. We've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin.
Okay, here we go.
It's my go, Patrick.
You go on. Sorry, I'm so keen. Love this game so much.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's fact or fish. Okay, if you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie. Now, I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Here we go. Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop-out.
How is it?
Oh, we made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go! Okay, so, Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there.
I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game. Bless him.
Julia, what have you got in that box? It's not cheese, is it?
Another one, Mr. Boson. Don't mind if I do, Mr. Boson.
Lingballs? What am I supposed to do with these?
Well, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Come on. Do it.
I want to
Do it. She's doing it. She's fucking doing it.
Wow, that was so impressive. I have to say, unexpected. Wow. Gosh, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my God, wasn't that fun?
Okay.
That hit the spot.
But now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
Are you taking the piss now?
That's right, you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to be at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? All of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, well, not much left in the bottle. Pity not to.
Box here. And Julia, that's it. Grab those scissors. I just want you to get rid of this front panel here.
Perfect. Will do.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Oh, yes. No, in my house we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drink.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home. Make sure you're being supervised if you are a child. There we go. Fabulous.
There we go.
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I'll give you this one, Julia. Shall I?
thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the lines
Lovely.
there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
3 potato pie, I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. That just me that does that.
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. Bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup. Having fun down there. Knocking it all over.
I got one though, Megan.
Good, fantastic.
Clinkety-clink.
Along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right. Then when you've done that, around the bottom and again around the top. Well done. When you're done,
there we go.
it's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can
Well,
we?
absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
Higher caliber of guests.
Nearly, it's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me. I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable just there. Yeah, there we go.
And these, of course, are all
Lovely.
made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines. So you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatrash.
Nice.
Yes, put that away. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course, you can decorate them however you want. Perhaps you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there. Or even a bit of retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by... Sorry, that's not supposed to be...
Oh, mama, that's place. Oh, bloody hell, is this still on?
Time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of chat talking to some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
Why do we bother, Alex? What's the point? It's not like this is even close to journalism anymore. How did I let it get this far?
My autobiography, Advancements by Julia Salisbury, is now available for all. These stories from my formative years in the uneven past are lovingly narrated by national treasure Lawrence Blundercombe.
Should we be worried? We've got the Prime Minister here. It's good that she's here. She's the reason for the extra security. Are we going to need it? Possibly. They're back. It's not very reassuring. I know. Good thing I'm not your mum, right?
After much pacing, and I confess, a few tears, I settled on the zip-back, boxy-pleated skater skirt in dark blue with white sweetheart blouse and the necklace Harry had given me when we'd met in the woods and I'd allowed him to frolic in my glade.
It's an honest account of my childhood, because in the new future, there's no need for secrets.
There was just so much injustice in the world, I realized, as Portia Hamilton Mann lured my best friend into the convertible her daddy had bought her for Easter. How had I failed to predict the perils of being the poorest postgrad at Poshborough?
Both at the same time, Colin?
Quadruple jointed.
That is not a thing.
Oh yeah, Kotoshi doesn't run to my family. Sprungs are huge in circuses and casinos. And brothels.
Crikey.
Everybody okay in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would be if you stopped asking us questions like that. We're expecting troublemakers, but nothing serious. You might hear some noises, but it's nothing to be concerned about. The services know what they're doing.
So, nobody freak out when the shooting starts, okay? The show must go on and all that. Tits and teeth. Oh, sorry, Mister.
Thank you, Jenny. Tits and teeth, armed and ready.
10 seconds, everybody. God, kill
Best
me.
in the business, she is.
In 5,
welcome back to the nightly show where it's time for the Prime Minister to face the toughest critics in the territories. You lot out there.
Call us on the usual numbers with your questions for the Prime Minister.
First up, we have Humphrey from Hamble Bamblebury.
Lovely place. I'm hoping to retire there.
Oh, good choice.
Are you there, Humphrey? Hello, Humphrey.
We appear to have lost Humphrey. We'll try and get him back, but let's go to another call in the meantime. Who've we got next, Patrick?
Next up, we've got Mandy from Arsminster. Oh, I don't think I'll be retiring there.
Hi, Mandy. You're through to the Prime Minister. What's your question?
Hello? Mandy? What's going on, Jenny? Jenny?
The lines are down.
Oh, well, pull down to maintenance and get...
We can't. All the lines are down.
Well, apologies to our viewers at home. We seem to have a few technical gremlins making mischief behind the scenes. So while we're getting back up and running, Patrick has a couple of questions that were sent in by our viewers earlier this week.
I do? Oh, yes. yes. No, of course I do. Well, our first question is from Trisha, who lives on Camera Avenue. And what she really wants to know... Lock the door! Lock the fucking door!
Thank you, the CCO! Seal the doors! You're Jenny, aren't you? Come here. Don't be afraid, Jenny. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt anyone if we don't have to. All I want you to do is to keep the show on the air. Do you understand? Just do your job and everything will be all right, okay?
Don't be afraid, Jenny.
You two, on your knees over there. Move! So, this is the famous couch of chat, eh?
I don't answer questions at gunpoint, Mr. James.
Oh. You're not at gunpoint, Prime Minister. They are.
Please don't kill me, please. Nevertheless, if you think I'm going to answer to you, then I'm
Oh,
afraid
you don't have to answer to me, Julia. Are the doors locked and sealed?
Yes, sir. No one's getting around.
Good. All clear.
Good. Thank you. Yes, good.
Jeremy?
Hello, you.
Why didn't you make contact?
We've only put you in their crosshairs. I'm sorry.
Rotten, selfish bastard.
Yes. Keep the show going for me.
Of course.
Let them go, Alan. There'll be no killing tonight.
Hello. Sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm Patrick Bannon.
Is that what you're telling yourself, is it? Sorry for barging in. Hate what you've done with the place.
Me too. Would you like your spot?
It's yours now. You wear it well. So, let's talk, shall we?
Armed security are on their way, Mr. Donaldson. I know you know that.
Well, we best make use of the time we have then, eh?
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
No. I think you should stay too.
For safety.
For balance. Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Let's welcome back the National Nightly News. Tonight I'm joined by probably the two most influential people in the country, if not the continent. So let's see if we can't kick over a few rocks and see what's lurking underneath. Prime Minister, if I could turn to you first.
I have nothing to hide.
Except that which is already hidden. Prime Minister, what is norethindrone?
A beg your pardon?
Norethindrone. It's used in birth control, among other things. If you haven't heard of that, perhaps you could enlighten us in regards to Agrobacterium tumefaciens.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Donaldson.
Well, that suggests a lack of attention to detail, Prime Minister. It's a bacterium used in the genetic modification of an organism. And I found traces of both these substances in every single one of the menu centre food boxes that I've had analysed, from across the territories, if you wonder.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, Prime Minister. I'm just pointing out the facts.
Oh my God. Is that why Kate and I can't have...
So you blamed it on the radioactive clouds from your bombs?
Before Stacey, we tried so many times.
Prime Minister, is there something wrong with the food?
Fine. You want the truth? You think it'll help your viewers sleep at night? Well, here it is. 6 years ago, when we came to power, we had access to the real facts and figures. And they told us we were doomed. The population was expanding at an unsustainable rate. Within 50 years, we would be out of natural resources. We would war over fuel, and then inevitably food and clean water. It was no exaggeration to say that we were facing extinction. It was supposed to be opt-out contraception, an end to unwanted children, a chance to rebalance. But something went wrong in the testing phase. Nature took over. I never wanted this.
So you covered it up and blamed the sterility on the bombs.
Oh, please don't lecture me on morality, Mr. James. Your hands are far too dirty for that.
Disrupt only did what had to be done.
Disrupt are not the answer. You'll just take us to an even more extreme version of where we were before. Your miserable policies will kill us all.
I'm not the one who built the transition centres.
No, you're from a time where people didn't even have the basic right to choose how and when to die.
You turned children against their parents.
We enabled young people to speak up about the abuse that they were facing. And guess what? Most of that abuse came from within their own families.
Identity cards!
Oh, grow up!
Sterilised us against our will.
But no, I'm not gonna censor anything anymore. Only actual bleeps.
That's not
Actual
for
swears.
you to choose.
Well, if not me, then who? Who would choose it for themselves?
And isn't that at the heart of all this? You don't trust us to choose. You think you know best, you know what's good for us, and if we disagree with you, then you'll send us to betterment. That's why there's no news anymore, because there's no choice, so there's no point.
There should be elections.
Elections have been suspended.
Time to unsuspend them then. If you want to carry on, you'll need a mandate. We have people ready to stand against you in every territory.
So, let's turn to you, Mr. James.
Yes. I want to assure the public that though Disrupt are occasionally forced to violent means, we are not by nature a violent
Jenny?
organisation.
Yes, Jeremy?
Could you have this queued up for us, please?
Of course, Jeremy. It'd be a pleasure.
Is that from Disrupt leadership?
In a way. Mr. James, before you launch into your rather premature election campaign, I think it'd be useful for the viewers at home if you were to also answer a question or two.
Of course. When we come to power, one of the first things we'll do is restore a free press. The truth is very important. No more hidden secrets.
If you say so. From whom do you take your orders, by the way?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you're Disrupt's spokesman, but for whom do you speak?
You know I can't tell you. It's too dangerous for me to say.
Don't worry. I don't share those concerns. You see, I've met with them almost 5 years ago now, back when I was a news anchor. And I also met with them a week ago to discuss tonight's activities. I think they wanted to check that I'd stick to the script, which really shows how little they know me. So this time, I wore a hidden camera. Would you like to see a little of what we discussed?
No, you can't. She'll have them arrested. They'll be dead by morning.
Not an unfair assessment.
Fortunately, it's not up to me. It's up to Alex in the broadcast room. What screen, Jenny?
Screen 4.
No, you can't. My people will stop you. Cut the power to your machines.
Well, I would imagine mine will be doing their level best to ensure that Mr. Donaldson's footage gets the airing it deserves. After all, my security forces will be here soon, and I imagine this will end very badly for all of you.
Thank you, Jenny. Alex, showing this will have consequences. For someone not showing it, it's up to you.
Alex, you got us this far. Please don't fall at the last hurdle.
Oh damn, glad I'm not making this choice.
All our good work, all the years of disrupting, you could make it all for nothing. Please, don't play that footage. Don't play that footage.
And you're absolutely certain in your research.
It's unpalatable but true. Advance are covertly sterilising the population.
Why don't you just release this through your normal channels?
Mr. James is surprisingly efficient rabble-rouser. The peasants respond to his more earthly qualities. But you, Mr. Donaldson, are a face they trust.
We did not risk our operative's life to rescue you out of altruism.
And afterwards? Once all this is out in the open?
We anticipate considerable unrest, possibly riots.
Followed, of course, in the restoration of democratic elections, under our control, of course.
Nature abhors a vacuum. You, Mr. Donaldson, will create that vacuum, and we should be there to fill it.
That will take considerable resources. From what I understand, Advance took your wealth.
The visible billions, yes.
Some markets still prosper.
There will always be addicts.
And those with carnal desires for livestock of all ages. A lucrative business indeed.
Oh my God.
There are the foreign powers outside the territories.
Jesus
Those
Christ.
Who are here to follow the fate of my glorious Erkistan. For them, no price is too high.
Folks like us are always well-resourced. You need have no concern about that. We have the required funds to fight and to win.
And once the fight is done, to make sure this aberrance is never seen again. A return to the natural order of things. The wheat rises to the top and the chaff is burned away. No more living side by side with ill-educated savages. Let the plebs pile up in the ghettos.
Yeah.
Strict order, an end to ungodly acts. Everyone back in their place.
Including our Mr. James. It amazes me how he cannot hear the Damoclean sword as it dangles above his head.
Oh, he was an ignorant bull. He sees only the red cape in front of him. Never the hidden blade.
And so it is with the low orders. They are lost in this new world.
They will gladly walk back to Old One, and they will be ours again, as it should be.
Rather.
You set me up.
No, Alan, you did that to yourself.
Now do you understand what you're doing?
Do you understand why we have to?
Pathetic. Neither of you recognises your own reflection.
How long, Jenny?
For long, I imagine. For any of you.
Security are outside. They've been here for 5 minutes, but they're not doing anything. Turns out there's a lot of them who wanted children. We're already a few minutes over, Megan, but with ratings like this, Bozeman's no fool.
Do you want to take us out?
Should be you.
It should be both of us. You start.
Before we go tonight,
one final thought.
There's so much to digest here. What's happened tonight in this political circus?
The tent is collapsing and the ringmasters have lost their glitter.
There will be elections. Soon, I'd imagine. You'll be able to choose.
These two will run. A choice between a shit sandwich and a cold cup of soup. A circus of horrors.
Two extremes, both offering their own form of misery.
You can choose Advance and be equal.
In cages, like performing lions.
Or disrupt and be free.
To struggle and starve.
Or you can do something different. You can run. You can stand. You can stop promoting the way things are and change it.
You're good people, and you are sensible people. You know the difference between right and wrong.
So stop whinging and do something. Take responsibility, because if you don't, it'll all be left to these clowns.
And that's the worst circus of all.
My name's Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
Have a transformative night.
And then make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
You're done. program this channel.
No,
All of you.
Julia, not them. We're done. They got us both.
Your security team say they'll escort you when you're ready. We can call you a taxi, Alan.
Where would I go?
Wherever you want.
Am I under arrest?
I think you know you've made that impossible, Mr. Donaldson.
My bosses won't be pleased with you.
Child sex traffickers and wannabe dictators. The natural enemies of the reporter.
We should go and see Bozeman.
We'll do it together.
Yes. And then we'll burn this cell.
Alrighty. That was the game. London's blonde got women beloved in the nation and hated in the industry. It's fun that they're doing this. Jesus is taking some time away from the spotlight on the musical journey of self-discovery at his parents' house. Little C's career moved from strength to strength. She recently released a line of scented candles and a stepdate. Of course. Gonna mute the actual game. Sophia Remington remained in the Malvalian embassy for 6.5 years. She has yet to face trial or bother to learn Malvalian. 20 years after David and Ingrid's bitter divorce, baby Dante developed his superpowers and destroyed all marine life south of the equator. The brain of Johnny Hamsleeves won Sports Personality of the Year 3 subsequent times before someone accidentally knocked his jar off a shelf. Alrighty, well, yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out while we watched not... Oh, there's more. Yep, sorry.
That's
I
all
didn't
coming up
unmute.
on tonight's National Nightly News.
Alrighty. Found 1 out of 14 epilogues. Dang, that's a lot. We'll watch that again since I didn't have the sound on.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Accord. The new centralist party snatched victory from under the noses of the mainstream parties.
Incoming Prime Minister Fatima Chowdhury called Accord's win proof that the major parties had lost the trust of the nation and signalled the end of extremist politics.
Neither Advance nor Disrupt, who failed to garner even 10% of the vote between them, have released a statement.
Later, we'll be looking in detail at the election results across the nation before Jeremy brings us a report on the recent unrest in Valdez.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Good evening.
Alrighty, yeah, so that's been Not For Broadcast. Thank you for hanging out. And again, we have been playing this in preparation for our brand new show over on the Unpocket Dimension called the Save Point Society. That should be, at the moment, probably we will be filming that live on Neon Pocket Dimension Twitch channel, probably around March 9th. So please come around and check that out. And yeah, let's see if we have anybody that we can raid here.
And have confidence that the team will keep us safe.
Yeah, we're gonna raid Chris Pander, doing more Resident Evil 9.
The people never happy. It's never enough.
Oh, yep. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great day.
I'm not